we go, TPC title matches. Handicap division on your left, Dawson Reese taking on Dio Bernard. One of those two folks is going to win their second career title. Dawson, your top seed. And he opens up with a strike in the first and a wiggly 10-pin in the second. Dawson's got to win by 5 to tie, 6 to win. On the right side, it is a rematch of the 2016 title match as Wesley Lowe is taking on Cortez Shank. Two of the best under 21 bowlers in the world, period. And Tez is an under 18 bowler. He's still a high school senior. Headed off to Wichita. Wesley already done amazing things at Wichita. Completely dominated this tournament. Shreds the racket in his first frame while Lowe opens. Tez beat Wesley for the title last year, and Tez just lapped the field. We bowled on Alcatraz, which is a very challenging pattern, and you might as well have called it Alcatraz, because in a stretch in games 3 through 6, he went 268, 269, 288, 280, and that 289 was with a 3-pin that skidded all the way into the 10-pin spot. So a stone 3, if you're ever going to see one, watch that video. We did happen to catch that one on camera. Just complete and utter dominance. That comes out with a double as well. After match play was over, so that was after 23 games plus bonus pins, Tez was at plus 1162. We haven't seen that number since Mega Match Play. Meanwhile, 2-seed Dallas Leong, who lost the last match to Wesley, was at plus 759, and that was with a 150 from Tez in the final game when he was just kind of fishing around. So, rare in a major with this much talent to see that much dominance, but I can't imagine that Tez really wanted to see Wesley. I mean, a lot of nothing but incredible talent in this stepladder, but Wesley with the most experience out of all the other finalists, and that's saying something because the other finalists have plenty of it. Wes has won 3 matches over U15 Junior Gold Champ Solomon Salama in round 1, over Pac Northwest Bowler of the Year, former Bowler of the Year Ryan Nicholas in round 2, and over former TPC champ Dallas Leong in round 3, and fellow C300 staffer. Recovers with a double. However, the way Tez is running, Wes may have already lost this match because Wes can only match for 279. And who knows if that'll be enough. One of the hardest things in due to bowling is to run away with the tournament, then sit for an hour, and then as the top seed, you've got to win it again. Oh! And he blows away that 7-10. Wow! It looks like most of the players on either side of the lane have migrated to the outside as Reese gets real lucky to leave only a 10-pin over there. It is such a popular, trendy, and effective thing to do is to ball down, use surfaced urethane, and bump everything to the right. Players on both sides of the lane are doing it well, but he lost that ball completely, and I know he wanted, you know, to shoot 300 and everything, but he is really, the best possible result is to leave a 1-2 in that scenario when he just completely physically do that. There is then out of bounds to the right, kids, I promise, and there it was. No problem with the 10-pin for Reese. Big rooting section for Dawson. Dawson's mom, Tara, of course, helps us out at a lot of SoCal events and was the banquet priestess this weekend, so. Dawson's only title came at Keystone, very early to start this season. Dio's only title came at Silver Lanes in Albuquerque late this season, and if you have not yet watched that video, go look up Silva 2017 JBT and watch the shot he threw to win the title. It was something else. By far the best Dawson has looked since that win at Keystone, by the way, but he misses it wide right. Wow, and did that ball ever get back? I thought that was 3, but it looks like these guys have carved some bump on the far right. I am really surprised that ball get back, and I am surprised that Wesley let up on that ball so much to 4-6. What that ball down urethane thing does is usually prevent things like that 4-6. If you miss a little left, you have the angle of just playing the edge where you get that light hit. And if you miss a little right, in Wesley's case, you're using such a weak ball that the ball usually sets up and does not do that. So both Wes and Tez with not their best shots in the fourth frame, and the end result of all that is a 35-pin lead for Tez through 4. Now, nice shot from Bernard. Also a lefty turner. So Wes is actually Wesley Lowe Jr. Father Wesley Sr. is here. And I think Theo might be, look out, 7-pin. Theo might be Wesley Lowe the third, as now he is a two-handed lefty. Theo is Wesley's non-Asian long-haired brother. I'm convinced. A lot of big names on hand to watch that, as Tat was in town today. It's a who's who of JBT out here. This is really it as far as Cortez being a regular on our tour. Of course, like I said, headed off to Wichita. We still have the Desert Open and some other events left this season, but as far as the week-to-week grind that Tez has done for well over 100 tournaments more than anybody else, this is it, and he is really going out in style. Doing it in front of number 2 on the all-time titleist, 63-time champ Kyle King still watching. There's his dad, there's Duster, A-Cup was here. That is the original Wesley Lowe, by the way. There we go, there's Senior. A lot of our finalists still hanging around, certain finalists there. Hatchet still in the house. Big names sitting watching the TPC finale. Meanwhile, Tez did not catch the double to put Wesley further away. Dustin, that ball. Oh, wow. Just right of the second arrow, and man, does that ball have some pop on that as that messenger accelerated over there. They have really opened up the pattern here. Deal with the open in 3 in a row has the lead, but Reese can't feel like he's in too bad a shape in this match, as he's throwing the ball well and should be a little bit confident about the bump spot that he's created out there. Meanwhile, huge shots coming up for Lowe in his 6th. Yours is. Lowe trails in the match by 35 and got it to 25 on this ball. 6th frame, strike working. Oh! There's that little extra hole that the urethane gives you as he bushwhacks the 6-pin to catch that double. See what his younger brother can do? And he trips the 6-pin, all right. Junior and the third both get rid of their 6-pins. And that's 4 in a row for Bernard. Wesley can make it a 15-pin game over there. See why Tez wanted out? Last strike so bad. Tough guys to put away, all these folks. Boom, 15-pin game, right back in it. High level stuff. This is not our biggest event of the year, main event is, but this is by far our most prestigious event. Only way in is to be top 20 in your individual conference or top 100 overall. Wesley got in 100th place in the all-conference points. We knew that was going to be trouble for the rest of the field, and here he is for the title, and there is a nonplussed Tez. One of the equalizers in the modern game, even with this weaker equipment, are those solid 9s. Again, prevents Tez from increasing his lead. Theo has also climbed the ladder to get this far. He got by Bernadette Davis from New Mexico in round 1, Sam Espiritu from here in Mojave in round 2, and then Blaine Washington's Alejandro Moser Hernandez in the semifinals. The high Northwesterners won the last 2 TPCs in handicap. Ali was looking to make it 3, but could not get by Dio. Dawson's rooting section may well explode if he gets 3 in a row here. Tie up the match. All right. By far, I have the best I have ever seen Dawson Reese throw a bowling ball. He's got the right ball in his hand, playing the right place on the lane, and throwing really nice shots. And that is a really bad break for Tez. Tez is such a student of the game and so darn smart. He knows all about the difficulties of winning a tournament twice, essentially, when you're the top seed. And there's little margin for error, but there's really little time for bad breaks. That'll carry for him 80–90% of the time. And he's got to not glance to the left and see that string of strikes over his opponent's scoreboard right now. Reese gets the light hit to go. 4-bagger and a 10-pin lead for Dawson. Tez hard and straight at the spare. But now Wesley Lowe can step up here and take the lead if he can strike on the next 2 balls, which would give him the lead heading into the 10th. $1,000 for first place. These guys both have a ton of money from us. It's the title that they want. Same theory for Dio. Get that ball right and just hope it holds. He was lucky to break up the 6-8 into only the 8-pin. Low to make it a 5-pin game, 4-pin game. Oh, and a carbon copy of what Cortez left in his 8th frame. That light hit is going to carry almost every single time for Wesley with all that power. It doesn't. So both bowlers, if Wesley converts this, will be on spares in the 8th frame, and Wesley will trail by 14 pins. You saw by their reactions how much both of them expected to carry those light hits. Hard and straight down the right side of the lane. I don't recommend that one bit. Pin's gone, that's all that matters. Let's see what Bernard can do in the 9th. High, slightly high hit. That high flush stuff works so well. That all-important 9th frame strike. All 4 finalists putting on a great show here. Make sure you watch Leah win the girls stretch earlier and Solomon Salama take down U17. Strike in the 9th. Lowe's going at a 202 pace, can max for 222. Tez going at a 216 pace, has room for 236, but if he can catch one more double and hold the count, he will win. And here is the shot of Dawson Reese's career, working on 4 in a row. 9th frame has the lead, TPC title match. There. Oh! We've seen so many shots repeated in the scratch and the handicap divisions by the similar bowler. Dio doing seemingly whatever West does, and Dawson, sort of a mini Tez, leaves a solid 9 of his own on an excellent, excellent shot. Dawson again has to win by 5 to tie, 6 to win. If he spares this up, he'll be leading by 11. But it's Bernard working on the strike, and first he's got to make it, and he misses it. And Tez has got to take a second balk, but Dawson's not doing anything wrong out there. That is just a catastrophic error that he is going to have to mentally shake out first, and he is going to go back and try. Oh, I thought he was going back to shake it up, but he didn't even know he was up. Sometimes that works too. Meanwhile, Tez on his 3rd reset for this shot. Despite the relatively high scores, you see the tricky nature of this pattern showing up in the final few frames as the pressure mounts. Oh, that spare from Dawson. He now trails by 1, plus the 5 pins that he's got to make up. Can he recover in the 10th? Oh, excellent shot. Half 10. If he spares it, Dio's going to need a mark. Boy, how intimidating is that X up there in Wesley's 9th frame. Tez can still shut him out. He needs 29 pins in the 10th, and he wins. Anything less, Wesley can swipe away, and I mean swipe away the title. Now, for Dawson, that would have made the 10 pin or the 9 pin. I wish he'd done that the frame before. Tez lets his shoulder up and gets the ball to pack. One more strike, for 92 titles or 2,000 more for avoiding the top seed jinx. And for yet another feather in a very feathery cap. Dawson needs 10 here. You never know what's going to happen on the handicap side. Oh, an outstanding 2-14 game. Here's Tez to win. Crunch. Not to win, I shouldn't say that. To catch the double. Now he needs 9 to win, but I guess I said how I really felt on the inside, because I sure think that's Tez to win, getting the double. 9 is anything but academic, but the machine that he has been all day. Just about any mark will win for Dio because he's on a strike, but that's high. Oh, is he lucky to get that 7-pin out. A 2-7 to win it all would have been something else. A 2-pin should do it. That ball's got a wheel. Tez did not get the 9. I cannot believe that just happened. Washout for 220. Wesley now needs 29 pins to win. How about that? Cortez needed 29 pins to win. Now it's Wesley who needs 29 pins. Dio needs a spare to win, and he's got it. What parallel matches we have had in both divisions. Dio needs 4 pins to win over there. We'll be watching the foul line very closely. What does he need again? 4. Wesley probably had to mentally reset. I'm sure he thought as well that Tez was going to get the 9. He is as shocked as anybody, I bet, that he's got a chance to win it all here. Dio climbs the ladder with 4 pins. Can Wesley take advantage of the rarest of things? Cortez giving someone new life. Got a wheel. It doesn't. Tez gets away with it and wins at the TPC and defends his title. Wow. I think nerves got the better of everybody. That's 4 pins. That's a win for Dio. What city should I use? Henderson / Albuquerque. Okay. Wesley, of course, gets the carry on the fill ball. Wesley will be doing his little Wesley machinations. Has a bitter pill to go back-to-back second in our big one. And a backwards throw of victory for Cortez. A little bit of late afternoon drama on a Sunday in July. Outstanding stuff from TPC. We do it again right back here in Vegas in about 3 weeks for an overnight tournament. We'll come to you from about 4 a.m. on Sunday, August 6th. See you then.